Hello and welcome back to the channel, How We Move the Decimal. It's been a bit. It's also summer and kids are home during the summer. I am photographing books from the estate sale in which we bought a bunch of books. This actually sold. It sold fairly quickly, and ironically, it's going back to Hawaii. It is a Hawaiian quilt pattern, and I do believe it sold for $19.99. And I don't have the numbers completely yet. I was just looking at my May numbers. I like to do the numbers at the end of every month. And I do believe we have broke even on the books with this sale. So go team. I have not even, I don't even think I've gone through a quarter of the books yet. I was photographing some books this weekend, and that took a bit. I've drafted them, I have not listed them, and I'll have videos of me photographing up sometime soon, I hope. I will say we normally go on vacations in the summer, and last summer was a wash for us when it came to eBay because we were gone most of the summer doing something. We are paying off last summer still, so we are not going really anywhere this summer. There are 2 weeks soon that I will be gone. 1 week we both will be gone. But 1 week I'm gone, my husband will be home so he can do eBay. We will have to put our store on vacation for 3 days very soon because we will not be here. And I know that causes your store to take a bit of a hit, which is sad because we are doing really nice right now. We sold 5 items over the weekend. Today is Tuesday, and we sold 5 items yesterday, and we woke up this morning with a sale already. I know some people sell like 20 to 30 things a day, especially other YouTube eBayers are up there talking about their numbers and stuff. For us to sell 5 items in one day, let alone 10 items in a 2-day period, now we have in 3 days, we sold 11 items total. That is more than we would probably sell in 2 weeks. So to have that happen in 3 days is really huge. And I don't know what was going on with that, but I will take it. However, I'm kind of terrified because we will have to put our store on vacation mode, and that's going to tank our sales. So I don't know. I might, and I did this before. I did this last summer when we come back from vacation mode. When I pull it off vacation mode, I will pull it off vacation mode the day before we come back because then I know I can I can ship the next day. So usually when I pull it off vacation mode, I will also run a sale, and a pretty steep discounted sale, just to get some sales going again, because the more active your store is, the more you sell. So I fully believe because we sold 5 items, we sold 5 items again because we hit the algorithm. The store popped up for whatever reason. I've sold both of these Hawaiian quilt patterns. I also have a book, like a hardback book with Hawaiian quilt patterns that I bought at a thrift store. And I bought that after I sold the original pattern. I don't think the book will do as well as the patterns because these are actual patterns and the book just has drawings of them. You can't use them to actually make the quilt. And for those of you that are new, I'm using a tri-fold poster board that I got from the Dollar Tree as my background. Oh, this is the other quilt pattern. I actually sold this quilt pattern first. So I sold the green quilt pattern first, and I sold that probably 2 weeks before I sold the yellow one, and they went to 2 different people. So apparently the green pattern was way more desirable than the yellow pattern. They were priced the exact same thing. I did not take an offer on the green item. I sold it for what I listed it for, and I did take an offer on the yellow item. So I guess if you're buying Hawaiian quilt patterns, the green one is more desirable. It's more intricate too, so I can kind of see why that was more desirable. I opened these up. I, unfolded them. I showed the patterns were there. They were not cut out. But again, like with books, I have to be very careful not to copyright things. I don't want to put too much of it on the internet. That's why I use the weights when I'm photographing books. I will photograph sections of this, and I usually put them out of order because I don't want someone to be able to reconstruct the pattern for free just by looking at my eBay listing. And that is just so tricky with books too. You don't want them to get too much of the book with, with just freely looking at the pictures on my eBay listing. I was also lucky with both of those because they were mass produced. I was able to find other sell similar things. I was so upset these sticker fun books where you like wet the back of the thing like a stamp and stick it on sell fairly well. Like, just FYI, I only looked at the Disney ones, and this is Disney Babies. I only looked at the Disney ones. I didn't look at any of the other ones. There were like Land Before Time. I want to say Tinkerbell and Peter Pan, which is technically Disney. But if you can get like new, never used, they sell very well. Unfortunately, a toddler colored in this, and 4 of the stickers were used. Now, I'm a hoarder. I'm just going to admit to that. I am not making light of or making fun of other hoarders. I could not throw that book away. So, also this book sold too. I could not throw that book away, so I'm actually keeping it and going to sell it as a junk journal crafting lot. And that's what I've been doing with the books that are just beyond repair, where they would just have to be thrown away. I'm keeping them and selling them as junk journal crafting lots, and I will let you know how that goes. I do not have enough built up yet for that. I have several cookbooks that are falling apart to put in that. I have 2 atlases. I have the Disney sticker book, and I have a Bible from 1800s that's missing a crap ton of pages. This was so cool. I debated keeping this. I am by no means a Disney adult. We are not a Disney family, but we did go to Disney for the technically second time this past year, and it just had recipes that were just darling. They were like Little John's scrambled eggs or Pinocchio's banana bread. Like, they're probably not things that were even cooked in a movie. They didn't have like Beauty and the Beast, the gray stuff. Like, they didn't have any of that. Granted, this was made before Beauty and the Beast came out. They didn't have like Bambi venison. But it was just cute. It was just a cute book and very simple recipes. I think a child could follow them. I do not know if it was meant specifically for children to follow, but I do feel like a child could follow those recipes. Better Homes and Gardens Holiday Cookbook. I listed this on its own, but honestly, if it doesn't sell soon, I have a lot of other Better Homes and Gardens holidays, different years, that I will probably just lot all together. The majority of the books we've gone through have not been standalone books. They have been books that are going to go in lots with other similar books. Unfortunately, I can't make the lots because I'm not completely through the books, and I don't want to make the lot and then, one like the last 5 books I go through is going to be a book that goes in that lot. I just had that happen with another item where I was like, oh my god, this could have went in that lot. I could have added this to this, but I can't now. I've already taken all the pictures. I've already listed the item. Yes, I could go pull the item, retake the pictures, redo the listing, but I have so much unsold stuff. I have so much death pile already. I don't want to waste time doing that. If by some means I go completely through my death pile, which is never going to happen because I like to shop, then I'll go back and redo it. This sold. This Martha Stewart baking holiday. I feel like this sold. This was apparently a good box that we pulled these from, but this did sell too. I want to say it sold for like $3.99, so not like huge sales. The Mickey one sold for $19.99 that I just talked about, the Mickey cookbook. But bread and butter sales, $3.99. I think right now, again, I haven't done the numbers for May. Right now, considering we paid $80 for all the books, I'm down to 71 cents per book so far. And again, I'm not even a quarter of the way through this. So I'm thinking I may have paid 1 cent per book, possibly. Maybe like, you can't pay half a cent. But, you know, I'm not even sure I paid 5 cents per book. So for me, I'm not losing anything by selling that for $3.99. But if I was like at a thrift store and I paid $1 for that, it's not worth my time or energy to sell that for $3.99. So I would not have picked that up. This came with a large lot of books. Right now, I just pulled another tub and brought it up. I have not documented it. I have not photographed it. But I'm getting away from the commercially made books and more to the very specific individualized cookbooks, which are both going to be easier and harder to list if I cannot find them anywhere. And they are like the United Methodist Women of Utah book. I'm probably going to list all those cookbooks like that for $9.99 just to move them, because there is a gob. There's so many of them, and they are heavily used, which is both sad and happy at the same time. My cat Dylan is making an appearance. I cannot do anything without him there. I am his primary person. I talked about this in the last video. Cats have primary and secondary people. I am his primary person. He needs to be right where I am. I'm giving him scritches and nose scratches and chin scritches. He loves chin scritches. He's into everything. I swear to God, he knows where the camera is. But like this past weekend when I was photographing, I was having to take his tail out of the picture. He was laying across. He was batting at things. He loves the measuring tape that I use. That's just a toy. So thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a very productive day.